Alright, it's the end of day 2 of Wales ComicCon, April 2018. And Nick is here. She wasn't going to be here, but she couldn't keep away. That's how much she enjoyed day 1.
The real reason is because he texted me saying Mark Lucas's selfies were £5. So here we go.
So she couldn't keep away. So she hasn't been here all day, but she came for like the second part of the day.
And that wasn't a good picture of me. Let's do that one instead. And I wanted a whippy.
So I came this morning. I didn't have to do the big queue at the front today because I had the weekend armband pass. So I just
had to do that too.
Because she wasn't expected to come back. So
sorry, ComicCon.
So I got here early because I know parking can be a nightmare. So I just sort of came, sat in the car for a bit, and then I could see a queue starting to form. So I was quite high up the queue into the main hall. But today has just been rammed, like insanely busy. I've never seen it this busy. Yesterday was busy, but today was even busier, and I think it's because it's the cosplay day, where they have the big cosplay masquerade and competition things. But it was rammed. So I was in the main hall for a bit. But I'd already seen everyone I wanted to see. I didn't know Warwick Davis wasn't here today because I wanted to see him because I didn't see him yesterday, but it's fine. But it was just crazy busy. I was soaking up just the atmosphere, really, just going around, looking at the stalls and things. And then eventually I thought, I'll leave the main hall now and I'll go check out the tent, check out the merch and all that sort of stuff. But then I saw, as soon as I left, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have left the main building because the queue to get back in was ridiculous. Like,
it was down by the car park.
Yeah, like
when I got here, anyway.
A queue like I've never seen at Comic-Con before. It was crazy. So eventually I did decide to go back in, but it just took forever to move the queue down, and then I was in there for a short time, and then I went back out because I was going to one of the panels. I went to the Once Upon a Time Q&A.
I'm sad I missed that.
And it was really good, actually. It was really good. So it had Ian Bailey. I've forgotten his name. Ian Bailey, that's his name, right? Had Pinocchio, or August, and it had Tony Amendola, is that his name? Geppetto.
You're really showing that you're such a fan right now.
No, well, I am a fan of the show, but let's face it, these are bit part characters. as good as they were in the panel.
I mean, I feel like loads of people in Once Upon a Time are bit part.
Oh yeah, big time, yeah. And David Anders was there.
Dr. Frankenstein,
Dr. Whale as well in the show. But he didn't come in till like halfway, and then he came down and like pretending to be like a fan with a question sort of thing. So that was quite entertaining. And then
I came.
And then Nick came, because I had told her about the Buffy people. They were moved into the main hall today because Anthony Head wasn't here, and he was the big draw yesterday.
Yeah. But Ian told me that the girls that came from Buffy were charging £25 for a selfie, and both of the boys were only charging £5 for a selfie.
Because boys are better than girls.
Sure.
And then it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, because I met Nick after the Once Upon a Time panel. We rushed over to the main hall.
Queued.
Went straight over, queued to get in, went straight over to where the Buffy people were, and then they weren't there because they were going for their own Q&A. Was that right?
Oh no. Juliet was there, and then Claire was there, but Mark wasn't there. And then he was having his dinner because I was I was listening into the crew's conversation, and then they had their Q&A. So the girls went, and
in the meantime, I wanted to go to the DC panel, so Nick came over to queue up with me for that. But then Nick just said, I'll just come in and I'll watch the DC panel.
I don't know anything about the DC people.
No, but they were good.
They were comical. The guy in front of us was really annoying, though.
Yeah, there was this Joker guy trying to be the Joker, and really he wasn't great. So anyway, we came out of that and we rushed straight back over to the main hall, but they'd closed off the main entrance. But
no, I got it. Yeah, I got a
But fortunately, when we had started to queue earlier, Nick had got a virtual ticket.
Oh, which I still have in my pocket.
So for about 10 seconds, she was absolutely devastated, thinking she wasn't going to get in and get this picture. But then I said, well, why don't you just go to the door and say, look, I've got a virtual ticket from earlier to be honoured. So we went up to the guy, and Nick said, oh, I got a virtual ticket for... And the guy was like, who's it for? And she said, Mark Blucas. She said, oh, yeah, I think he's still in there. So we went in, and then we just got to be there for the end and sort of see them all by this point, because they finish early on the Sunday, a lot earlier than the Saturday.
A lot of people are gone.
It's probably about 4 o'clock. Like, everyone was... All the famouses were leaving. All the stalls were being dismantled. But Mark Blucas was still there, and we got to the queue, and they said that she was fine to join the queue because she had a ticket.
I almost had a heart attack though, because I thought they were saying no more.
Yeah.
And the crew guy was like, "It's okay, don't worry."
Yeah, and even Mark Blucas caused a bit of a...
Oh yeah, Mark said...
because he's
a bit of a joker, is Mark.
Yeah,
he
told people like in the queue that were about to get a picture with him, oh no, sorry, the management had just told me I got to finish it there. And then they were devastated, but he was just joking.
It was amazing. Because we met him yesterday, so I think he remembered us, didn't he? Because I was like, we're the ones that spoke to you just after the guy tried to get a selfie, and he was like, oh yeah, and he was like, I felt so bad about not being able to give a selfie because his management don't let him, basically.
Yeah. And
so then he said to us, thanks for all the nice things that we said.
Yeah.
And he likes Wales, and he's going to come back.
Maybe with his family.
Yeah.
Who else? I know we had a really long chat with Justin Lee Collins.
Yeah, I got lost in his hair.
He's got a lot of
hair.
He
hugged me.
He's a huggable man.
Your other friend got a kiss on her cheek though. I was a little bit jealous about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I saw an old school friend called Debbie this morning, and she'd messaged me like on my Facebook complaining that I blanked her yesterday, but I was like, I didn't blank you. I just didn't see you waving at me.
He was just rude. He blanked you.
I said if she saw me, she had to shout and say hello. So she did. She came over. So I spoke with her and her friends for a while, and then so that was kind of how my day started. And then it came full circle because when I was talking to Justin Lee Collins with Nick, she came over with her friends, and she wanted to talk to Justin Lee Collins because she had a story to tell him. And then we were just kind of all talking together for quite a while. Justin
definitely got £10 out of Ian as well.
Well, he did, but...
But you have had a lot of chats with him.
I've had a lot of chats with him and a lot of pictures with him over the years.
Yeah, he probably deserves like £10.
I don't mind getting his signature. And he wrote me a nice message, and he did it in gold pen.
Yeah, do you like gold?
Well, if you're going to have something signed, you're going to have it in gold, right?
I'd go for silver.
Well, that's because you're used to being second best. And then I had a chat with Mark Silk. He's a voiceover artist. I had a nice chat with him at the end of the day. He's the voice of Johnny Bravo and Thunderbirds and Scooby-Doo.
That guy from Heroes walked past me again.
That guy.
I didn't say, oh, it's that guy again, though. I was way more chilled today about the celebrities.
Yeah.
Except for Mark.
Well, yesterday was the big day, because yesterday was a day where we proper went all in, and we went to like see people. But we'd seen them today. It was other people's turn.
Oh, you didn't say about that guy Constantine hitting you on the back?
Oh, yeah.
Not in a bad way. He didn't physically assault him.
So, at one point, we walked past Matt Ryan, who's Constantine, and, you know, I saw him yesterday, and I saw him at the last one, and when we were talking yesterday, it kind of came back to him, and he remembered talking to me at the last one. Which I'm sure they say to everyone.
Maybe.
But then, as he was walking past me, he clocked me, and he gave me like a little nod, and then he gave me like a little on the side, a little nudge as he walked past. So that was pretty cool.
I didn't know what to do at that point.
Oh, I spoke with Mark Addy as well.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I spoke with Mark Addy today. Because I always speak to Mark Addy because he's always there.
He recognised you.
He's a nice guy.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So that was cool because I've spoken to him basically every time he's been here, and he's here all the time.
I feel like the Whippy Man recognised us as well.
Oh yeah, I think he did. We saw Frank Bruno. We didn't talk to him, but he drove like right past us.
And his number. Oh, we can't say his number plate because that's probably like bad, right?
Yeah, it personalised anyway.
It's a great one.
And I saw DDP driving off at the end. Well, his wife was driving.
He was like sat like far back.
He was
in
like
the car.
really lying back because he's quite tall, isn't he? I guess.
Oh yeah.
And it's quite a low down car.
Yeah, I wish I would have seen him again today because he's so motivational.
Very motivational.
I didn't see Christian at all today, which I'm sad about.
Yeah, well, he was there, but he'd left.
I did see Hannah from S Club again, just doing this.
Yeah, she looked a bit bored at one point.
She'd be us in staff
what you're talking about. Anyway, so that was our day. We finished it with an ice cream.
I always say things that you don't want me to say in your videos.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a liability.
You are indeed. So yeah, we finished the day with a whippy, and then it's
a lovely chat in the sun.
Yeah, chat in the sun with an ice cream. Putting the world to rights.
He gave us extra ice
cream.
Gave us
extra ice cream. Yeah.
There was an extra blob on the top.
Can't complain. So I think that's the day summed up. It was another good day. There was a bit of rain.
I had my picture taken with a unicorn.
Oh yeah, yeah. I made that happen.
She didn't give me one of her sweets though, little cow.
Oh yeah, that's true. I had a nod from Pinocchio. A nod.
What kind of eyes did he do at you?
I can't do it because the light's reflecting on my glasses and I can't be bothered taking them off.
I'll do it. Oh, it was a...
It was there.
It wasn't a... Like a... Never mind.
No, it was... I remember you from the panel.
Not a... come here to me.
And I appreciate the fact that you maybe wanted to talk to me, but you can see that I'm leaving and you're not pressuring me to try and talk to you. It was a respectful nod.
Yeah, I think the celebrities love us. I mean, who wouldn't?
So that was our day.
I like this video. I feel like my teeth look really white.
They look all white. There was really bad rain at one point, and we nearly had to queue outside in it to go to the DC panel, but they let us queue inside instead, so that was nice. Oh, I know what else happened.
We got some very nice news. Oh no, you go.
Don't
say the news though.
No, I'm not going to say that news. We can't announce that news. I'm not putting that on there.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's not our news to break.
No.
Yeah.
We just got exciting news. That's the end of it.
Yeah. If you know us and you know someone that we know, then you'll know their news. But it's not our news.
No, so we're not. I wasn't going to say it.
Okay. You were going to say it.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was just going to say we had exciting news from a friend. You didn't let me finish.
Well, I saw a past pupil, and
I wasn't there for this bit.
Yeah, you weren't there for this bit, but she was delightful, and she was with a friend I didn't teach, and she just said very nice things about me. So she was delighted to see me, and she said to her friend that, oh, what did I say? I can't remember what she said. She said really nice things anyway.
I've got the text message if you want me to read it.
I'll go on and read the text message. It was very nice. Do you
want me to read it as if I was you?
Let's hear your impression of me.
I can't. Say something.
Something.
No, I can't do it.
No.
I just met a past pupil who described me to her friend as the best person she met during her childhood, and the only person who she knows she will remember forever. Smiley face.
So there we go. That was a lovely thing to say, I felt. So that made me feel good.
I was just checking them with
Yeah. That was very nice to hear. It's hard to know what to say to someone that says that. But that was
really,
nice.
You were like a celebrity. Oh, that guy at the drawing guy asked you if you were here as a person.
Oh yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he asked me if I was there
I'm not in the video.
Sorry. He asked me if I was there as a guest, basically, didn't he?
Yeah, but you didn't have a guest thing on, so...
No, but obviously...
I reckon we could make one of those things.
I look like I'm star quality.
You know, if you have the guest one, does that just get you automatically into the green room?
I think so.
I think we could make them.
Do you reckon?
Get Karen on it. Mrs. Dalton, if you're watching.
Make us one. Anyway, a lot less happened today, yet this video's got longer.
It's not longer. It's just nearly the same length, and I'm just trying to keep it going.
No, I'm going to end now.
And I'm trying to keep it going because he really needs the toilet.
And the toilet's here.
And this is what I do. I think the next time you say to me you need the toilet, I'm gonna come out with a deep dark secret, or pretend to have a deep dark secret.
Oh, well,
and he'd still go to the toilet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not care. Anyway, it's been a pleasure to be here at Wales ComicCon.
It's been my favourite ComicCon I've been to.
You would have been to 2.
So I've had a fantastic time.
But the experience with me is better because I do it well.
And this, just to point out, is just the best thing in the whole world. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Jordan, if ever you see this video, be jealous. Jordan actually just messaged me and said he was jealous, I think.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, he says, I'm so jealous.
Okay, well there we go. And on that note, it's over.
Really need the toilet, hey?
Yeah, if you're still watching this, you've either just...
You're me or him.
You're either us or you've just scanned along the video saying, did they say anything interesting?
I think we're really interesting. I'm really funny.
Yeah, but we can't help the way you look.
That's rude.
Yeah, and on that note... That was it.
But actually, I'd just like to say...
No, it's over. It's done.
No.